Well, hello everyone. Bearheart and I are coming to you shortly after Thanksgiving. Today is Saturday. I hope you all had a very um, happy and safe Thanksgiving, enjoyed it with family and friends. I wanted to come back in today. This will probably be the second to the last video in the playlist for the cataract healing. As you know, I found out in April that I had cataracts in both my eyes, the left one being the worst. And when I called the ophthalmologist that the optometrist had referred me to, and they told me how much it was going to be, I was shocked, to say the least. And I decided to go a different route to see if I could heal my eyes. So I did a lot of holistic and naturopathic remedies, did a protocol for homeopathic, a couple of different, you can see the other previous videos on what they were. I can't remember what they were, but one of them was belladonna. I can't remember what the other one was called. It started with a C and the second word started with the C. That's pretty much all I can remember about it. But anyway, I did that for many months and I did see an increase in the vision. Well, yet at the same time, the cataracts themselves were making my eyes cloudier. So I also did a lot of Reiki, a lot of different types of healing modalities. Some people would show me and I'd work on them for a couple months. And again, the vision seemed to be better. There were days I would wake up and it's like I could see crystal clear out of that eye. And then whoop, the next day it was gone again. And so then I tapped into Latsu, who you work with when you do Lahu Chi healing energy. And there were a couple times, and I think it was in the videos that I had put out, where he literally would come in and you could feel him like, oh, he like, hold still, we're kind of scraping it off, or cutting it out. And I kept asking, I want my eyes healed 100%. And then Latsu came in and said the eyes were healed. So why was I keep asking them to be healed? And I'm like, because I can't see out of them. And then I realized I wasn't yes, I was asking the eyes to be healed, but cataracts are technically not a part of your eye. It's just a film that grows over them. And then we found out, because of the apartment that I was living in, and because I also had valley fever last year, which is a fungus, which is mold in the body, mold can actually make cataracts grow. It can make them worse. So which I did not know. It was kind of interesting. So then my friend Linda at thoughtchange.com, if you haven't seen her channel, I suggest you watch some of hers. She's got some beautiful healing waters, healing meditations on there. So we did one for mold. And I've watched it several times. And I noticed, again, the eye, when you could see, and that's what the ophthalmologist, when he finally examined the eye before the surgery, because I did do it, one of them so far, when he checked my eyesight, the eyesight itself was better than it was when the optometrist did it back in April, which he thought was kind of odd. It's like, how is your eyesight getting better? But again, the cataract itself was getting thicker and harder to see through, where it was making it almost like being legally blind in that eye. So since I was also now officially on Medicare, we went ahead and scheduled the surgery. And then it was a matter of, oh my God, watching videos to see what happened, what they do, if it was going to hurt, how long it was going to take to recover, and you start panicking, you get worried. I talked to other people that have had it. They were very happy with it. Some people did have some complications that were easily corrected. Other people, everybody has a different experience. Let's just put it that way. So finally, the big day came on Tuesday, a couple days before Thanksgiving. And the surgery itself takes probably about 5 minutes. It's all the prep ahead of time, and then it's the waking up afterwards that takes a while. So I had been watching all these videos about what to expect after the surgery, that you'd go home with a big gold patch on your eye, and that you had to keep it there for at least 24 hours. And then when you went to your follow-up, the doctor would let you know whether or not you could take the patch off. And of course, you have to take antibiotics, which, I think they're over there, before the surgery. And I'm still on them. The last day I have to take those is Monday night, I think is the last night. And then they also, after the surgery, you have to put another eye drop in, like prednisone, something or other. It's got a long name on it. And my second follow-up will be on this next coming Wednesday on December 3rd. But when I came out of that surgery, when they wheeled me out in a wheelchair to my friend's truck to get me in the car, I could see perfectly. Now, according to all the videos I watched, all the doctors I listened to, even my paperwork, that's not supposed to happen. They say your vision will stay blurry for a couple of weeks. That's why they require somebody else to drive you to the first follow-up, because it is like within 24 hours of the surgery. Your eye is still supposed to be so blurry that you can't see to drive. And as we were driving back to my friend's house, which is where I'm staying right now, it was like, oh my God, I can read that. I can read that. I can read that. And it was just like things far away. It's like I could see it. I could see the signs on the road. Not through this eye, but through this eye, they were crystal clear. So when I went to my follow-up appointment on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, that ophthalmologist was shocked when he saw what my vision was in my left eye, because it had gone from being legally blind to you can't drive to 20/25 vision. And he says that is unheard of, that you could see so clearly when you walked out of the surgery center. And now we have visual, because they did an eye exam, and it came back as 20/25 vision. Now, I asked Latsu, how is that possible? And he said, I told you your eyes were healed. You just needed somebody to actually remove the cataract. So, folks, all the fear I felt, all the anxiety I felt going into it was for naught. I didn't feel anything. There's been absolutely no pain. I did come home and I slept for quite some while. And I have to admit, I freaked out a little bit because I fell asleep. And when I woke up, the sun was coming in through the bedroom window, and it was at the right angle that it hit that left eye. And of course, your pupils are like huge after the surgery. And it takes them a while to go back, the dilation, the medication to get out of your system. So the sun hit that eye. And when I opened up my eyes after my nap, black. I couldn't see anything. Freaked me out. So I was kind of feeling around for their cool dark glasses that they give you when you leave the, the surgery center. Found them, put them on, and I'm like, oh yeah, whew, there everything is. So yeah, there was a little freak out moments, and they're kind of funny afterwards. Except when you're going through them, it was like, oh my God, what happened? Because one of the fears I kept coming up with, and this is how tricky your ego can be, is that, oh my God, I'm going to go into surgery. I'm not going to be able to feel anything. I'm not going to know what they're doing. I'm going to wake up and I'm not going to have an eyeball anymore. That's how insidious your ego can be. So now, the next surgery is scheduled for December 9th. And it will go just as well. Once they take that cataract off, the vision should go back immediately to that 2025, if not better. So we're going to see what happens after that, and then let you know the results of what the doctor says by that final visit, which is on the December 17th. And then I think it'll be time to close this playlist down, but it is going to be kept on my YouTube channel for you guys to watch and come back to, so that you can see that there really isn't anything to fear. And yes, you can holistically heal your eyes. There are many ways of doing it, whether it's through holistic means, food. There are certain foods that help your eye health. What I might do is a video on the different foods I've been told. I know carrots is a big one. Beets are a big one. Any of the root vegetables will help with your eye health. So, and of course, energy healing. And like I said, listen, if you do have cataracts and you want to heal your eye, or even if you've been exposed to mold, if you can catch it before they turn into cataracts, you can heal those eyes. So go on to Linda's channel. I'm going to try and see if I can find the link to the video that we did for healing, the Healing Waters video for mold for the eyes. So on that note, we're going to let you go for now. And like I said, we'll come back after the last surgery and follow-ups to let you know how things go. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, guys. My favorite holiday is coming up for Christmas. And this little dude and I, oops, I'm going to wake him up. We appreciate you following us on this journey. It's been scary at times, especially when I was still trying to drive. So I'm very, very grateful for my friends here allowing me to stay here through these surgeries so I can get back on my feet again. So we'll do a shout out to Stephanie for all that she has done for me. And on that note, remember, walk in beauty. Always walk the sacred path of love. Bye for now.